San Antonio Spurs. They made a comeback. They made a comeback in France, and a mean comeback at that. So first and foremost, I feel like I have to do this. Or I'm gonna have to do this like every single time, right? But Sochan haters, where you at? Please, please don't be shy. Leave something in the chat. Leave something in the comments. Please tell us how Jeremy Sochan should be traded. How he's trash. How he's garbage. How he brings nothing to the team. Please, please explain, elaborate. Talk about the win percentage with and without Sochan. Go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. It's silly argument. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Do it. Do it. Listen. Sochan is very valuable, obviously. I think people that truly do pay attention to all facets of a game of his game and other teams that had players similar to him know the value that type of player brings. I also understand that since getting Victor, it's been a continuous uphill battle as far as convincing people who should stay and who should go. Because, I mean, you have someone as talented as Victor, everyone is on the table. Anybody that has any underperforming performances, people are quick to say, you do not deserve to be on this team. I mean, it got so silly that there were people actually telling me, well, Clan, the reason why I really don't want Sochan, really, I'm not lying when I say this. The reason why I really don't like Sochan is because he doesn't work well with Victor because he doesn't give him lobs. If he gave him more lobs, then it would show that he really wants to work with Victor, but he's just selfish, you know? He just doesn't want to pass the ball to Victor Wembanyama. Just silly, absolute nonsense that, you know, a lob is what's going to be the deciding factor for you. Which he did give him a lob in this game. But overall, I just want to say Sochan brings so much to the table. Stats-wise, I never pay attention. The only time that I care about Sochan stats is when I'm talking to you guys or when someone tries to convince me that Sochan is bad and he's actually trash, and then we'll go and look at advanced analytics. Those are the only times, because I already understand this type of player is not one that's going to give you crazy stats. Every now and then you're going to get a Sochan stat line with like 30 points, 10 rebounds, but that is not going to happen often because he's just not that type. I'm not even, as great as his defense is, I don't even expect him to get a block or steal a game, right? He's great at contesting. He's great at one-on-one defense, but I don't expect that. He's just not that type a player, so it's not going to come up in the stat sheet. So if you're watching the game and you feel like the Spurs are struggling or he's having a struggle of a game, and then you go to the stats and you're like, see, he's awful, look at it, you're not actually paying attention to all facets of the game. It's the same thing that happens with Keldon, right? Like Keldon is kind of on the opposite spectrum though, because Keldon sometimes can have a really great game offensive wise in the stat sheet, but then when you actually pay attention to the amount of sheer points that were given up, it's not, or the team defense that is, it's not as impressive as you would have thought. So like, I just feel like people need to just pay more attention to every single possession. But Sochan did great today. I mean, stat wise and just the eye test, I suppose. Defense was on point. He looks healthy. He's good to go. I saw some people say like, is it just me or does Sochan look better off the bench? Look, I say this time and time again. I could care less if Sochan comes off the bench or he starts. His role is going to remain the exact same. And don't just take one game as does he need to come off the bench or not, because we've had plenty of games where he came off the bench and he didn't look that great, right? So like that, or at least our team didn't look that good. That's what I meant. And our team didn't win. So don't just take one win where the Spurs had 30 or had a 30-point deficit on the Pacers and say, oh, the solution is Sochan off the bench. No, he's just coming off of an injury, so that's what they're going to do. But I will say this, him in college, I mean, he came off the bench in college and he did totally fine, right? So I'm fine with either way. Like I can care less where people sit, and I think that most of us should care less ever since we had Manu, right? Like it doesn't matter. We all know it doesn't matter. But yeah. Jeremy Sochan spoken with his gameplay and impact. Yeah. You just got to pay attention, bro. I feel like too many people just... I I think it's a couple things. I think number one, this is me being charitable. I think people aren't paying attention, right? Like I think that they're not watching him every play defensively and seeing how well he did in those plays. I think that's number one. And number two, I think that it's a little bit of cognitive dissonance. I think that they don't like the way that he presents himself. I think that they don't like the piercings. They don't like. I truly mean. I know this sounds crazy, but some people I've discussed this with or argued with, it makes no sense for some of the reasons why they don't want so. No sense whatsoever. So I think that it's his hair, and they might not even recognize that they don't like that. But then you will start to create all these different narratives to try to fit how you already feel, you know, like, oh, he's selfish. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's this. He's that. And, you know, I think that that's part of it too. So I think some people just don't really like him. And the same people were like that with Dennis Rodman as well, you know, but that's your own personal thing. Don't use it against Sochan. Not trying to straw man. I think that, you know, like I said, if I'm being charitable, there's people that genuinely just don't pay attention. Those are the only two things I can think of. You don't pay attention, or you don't like them. And you don't know you don't like them. Or you can't admit that you don't like them. Anyways. Sochan represents the LGBTQ community. I don't even think he's LGBTQ, but I mean, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's a lot of stuff. I don't know. People are weird. Okay? It's not that big a deal. It's all good. Sochan's great. And he definitely deserves to be on this team. So moving on. So I won't focus on that. Obviously, it's an impact. Obviously, he's important. Obviously, everyone's on the team has said how important he is. Doesn't matter. How did the team play overall? They were locked in. They were absolutely locked in. Vic, for instance, this might have been his most complete game. Genuinely, this season. It might be his complete game. Who cares? I don't even know what we're talking about. Can you elaborate, Frick? Yeah, I think that this was his best game of the season, or it was just most complete. He was very present defensively. He's always present defensively, but consistently throughout the entire game, he was on point. He attacked the rim at a healthy clip. I feel like he shot threes more so based on what the offense was giving him in his own personal rhythm, rather than, you know, just jacking him up. Now 4 for 11. Let's not pretend like that's good. Okay, that's not great. But you know, if you're watching the game, you could tell that it was a good pace on how he was attacking. He was attacking in so many different ways, so that's good. Rebounding was great. He had 6 assists, 5 blocks. I mean, you can't really ask for a better game from Vic. So I really liked him in this game. I thought he was basically perfect. Chris Paul's shooting woes continue. 1 for 5. He just, I don't know. But, you know, he did his job as far as assisting for us. And 8 rebounds from a 6-footer. He was playing hard. Harrison Barnes played hard. 9 for 10. Attacked the rim quite often. So that was nice to see. Devin Vassell is back. As someone in the chat said that earlier. He's back. Undeniable. It's undeniable. Undoubtedly. He is back. He's ready. 5 for 6 from 3. Not expecting that every game, obviously. But, like, over the course of the last few games, even through the losses, that's something we've talked about, that Devin looks like he's ready, you know? 4 for 11 is 36% is good. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm tripping. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know why I was thinking field goal percentage. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, that's actually above his that's above his average, right? I think he's shooting 35%. Yeah, he shot above his average tonight or today. Yeah, sorry. I'm tripping. Yeah, so literally nothing negative to say about Vic. I don't know why I was thinking 4 for 11 field goal. I don't know what I was thinking. Brain went numb there. But yeah, Devin's back. He was great, both ends of the court. You know, when everyone would say that he's a 3-and-D, I think that the defense definitely showed today. He was awesome. Yeah, Chris. I'm eager to see what YouTube says about it. Let's just see. Barnes is 32, if not remember wrong. Barnes is 32? I thought he was older than that. Really? Is it gonna load? Yeah, he's 30. What the heck? I did not know Barnes was 32. I think it was older than that for some reason. Well, anyways, moving on. Julian Champagny was fine. I saw a stat recently, and he's one of the top players in the league as far as catch and shoot 3-point shots. Let me see if I can find you that. Give me a sec. Let's see if we can find that. I think I have it saved on Twitter, maybe? I try to save everything in case we want to talk about it. Let's see if I can find this. Oop, is this it? Yeah, here it is. All right, let's see. He's one of the top in the league. So this is catch and shoot 3-point landscape. So the better the 3-point shooting with volume and shot quality taken into account, you go further up. So it says 3-point shooting talent. Then the further you go to the right, taking more catch and shoot threes. And he's pretty high. So you can see here, there he is. So he's taking quite a few. And yeah, he's one of the top in the league, apparently. I guess that's not too shocking, right? But that's cool. Look at Capella all the way down here. Oh, you guys can't see Capella. Capella's all the way at the bottom. Trying to see if anyone else. Looks like Barnes is right in the middle of the pack. Any other Spurs players I see? Steph Castle is down here. It's pretty low. Keldon is pretty low. But we know that those two are some of the worst outside shooters in the NBA right now, currently. But yeah. Oh, Wemby. Look, Wemby's here. Wemby's up here too. That's elite. Yeah. Wemby's up here. Look, Wemby and Julian Champagny. So Wemby has slightly better results, it seems like. But Julian Champagny is taking more. So yeah. And then you can see Steph right here. Wemby is crazy. It's insane. Yeah, they're both up here. So long scheme of things, we're looking pretty good, those two at least. There's LeBron. I'm trying to see anybody else stand out, at least for us. I don't think so. But yeah, just wanted to show you that. All right. So about this, I lost the. Here it is. About this game. Yeah, great stuff from Julian. Great stuff from Keldon. I mean, I won't just sit here and complain about his defense. I mean, I do that every single time. You already know. I still would like, I know I was greedy with this one, okay, and we won by 30, but I still would like to see Zach Collins, Malachi, and Blake implemented in some way, at least one of those three, right? But with having Jeremy Sochan back, it gave it gave Mitch Johnson way more leniency, or at least it seemed like he felt a little bit more comfortable, and more players played. And I think this is a pretty healthy minutes right here. 11 for Sandro, which he came in the second quarter, which was great. That was good to see. You need to do that more often. Julian Champagny 17, Sochan 18, which that'll go up. Keldon 20, Trey Jones 18. Trey Jones had a good game as well. So everyone just had a game. Everything was clicking. I fully expect the Indiana Pacers to play a little better the next time around, but I mean, I still expect a Spurs W, But anyways, good game overall. So I wanted to at least end this because I do want to go live Friday night anyways, and it'll be a good time to see how people feel about the background music. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at Mitch Johnson. Spurs reporter on Twitter posted it. I don't think it was on YouTube yet. So, and it doesn't really matter. We can just roll with this. Let's see what Mitch Johnson had to say. He said last game that he had to do better, that he had to coach better. And yeah, let's see if he feel like he was up to the task on that. Oh, wait. Somebody mentioned Wemby All-Star. Okay, so Wemby, as far as being an All-Star, I was not expecting him to be a starter. Unfortunately, how it is with, the NBA All-Star game is the starters are going to be the more well-known, legends of the league. It just is what it is. Let's be honest. There were years where Duncan probably shouldn't have made the All-Star game, and he still did. I don't care that much about the All-Star game, right? It's just not something that really matters to me too much. I feel like the accomplishment, and maybe this is just some personal, I just feel like the accomplishment of like Rookie of the Year, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, all those, I feel like those play more a part of like a player's legacy or, recognition rather than an All-Star game. But that's just me. I mean, people don't really care about. They say, yeah, the All-Star, but that's not the first thing they say. They'll say 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time MVP. Like, they will say that before they make the argument of he's an All-Star, because All-Star is so freaking like fan-driven, and the NBA don't want to cross like LeBron, especially when they're almost on their way out the league. LeBron, KD, but he definitely should be an All-Star, like, easily. And should he start over LeBron? Yeah. Statistic, yes, I believe so. But, it is what it is. Wemby said he actually going to try to score 100. When did he say that? Okay, that's a video for another day. Did he really say that, Mendito? Let's listen to Brian Wright. Brian Wright. Oh my God, Mitch Johnson. Jeez. Do they even look alike? Why do I keep doing that? They don't look alike. Maybe a little bit. If someone said that they were cousins, I would believe them.
I would like you to talk about the impact of David Vassell, and not only on this game, but overall for the Spurs, and how his mid-range game unlock your offense.
Devin being aggressive is a big part of our offense and our game, as you said. If anything, at times frustrated with him passing up shots. There's certain players on your team that have to.
Is this not facts? He's just like us, for real. Is this not facts? Absolutely. I say this every single time. If Devin's not shooting 16 shots, I'm a little irritated. He was so effective today, and everyone played so well that 13, I'll allow it. But I want that 16 all the time.
Take shots for the offense to flow and everything to fall, the puzzle to fit. And Devin is one of those guys. So sometimes him being result-based too much is frustrating because we need him to be aggressive. And to your first point,
I don't know if guys. We've watched a lot of press conferences, post-game conferences. I don't know if we've recalled. I don't recall Pop bringing this up. This might be the first time that we've had the coaching staff bring up everything that we've been saying this entire time. Like, dude, shoot more shots. What are you doing? Because we say this every single night. We're like, dude, score, like, just shoot 16 shots. I don't care if you miss all of them. Like, we need you to shoot. I don't recall coaching bringing this up.
I think him impacting winning in a variety of ways has been very important. Defensively, when you see his stat sheet and he has multiple blocks, multiple steals, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, those are the things when you put with the scoring now, he becomes a real two-way player that's impacting winning on a high level.
All the way at the back. Hi, Coach. Morten Jensen, Yahoo Sports. I was wondering if you could attach some words to Sandro Mamukelashvili. He's obviously a big X factor for you coming off the bench. He's big and wide and produces at a high level. Do you anticipate playing him more in the second half of the season?
Good question. Say yes. Yes.
Sandro's always been someone that's stayed ready, whether he played 25 minutes the previous game or didn't play the previous 25 games. It's been a strength of his. It's really hard in this league to do that. Some guys can't do that. And so it's a real skill. And Sandro's shown that again, to be able to stay ready and to do whatever's asked of him. And he's been really good off the bench for us, like you said, and boost. And we look forward to continue to use him in that way.
The reporters are just like us for real? Exactly. These are good questions. It's so cool that he actually just flat out said Devin Vassell needs to be more aggressive. We've all been saying that.
Next question right in the middle.
Hello, Coach. Florian Bouillet for Olympics.com.
What's his name? I do not know French.
Boost, and we look forward to continue to use him in that way.
Next question right in the middle.
Hello, Coach. Florian Bouillet for Olympics.com.
I don't know.
Is it a complete offensive performance tonight? You got 43 assists. You are one of the best teams in assist game in the league. Are you proud of the sports basketball? Like really known in basketball for the assist?
For sure. Moving the ball is a big part of our identity.
They just like
We don't
us.
have
They just like us.
Three guys
they just
where
like
every
us.
night they're going to score 90 points for us. That's not our identity. Our identity is versatility on offense. Different guys, different nights, making different plays and plays for each other. So when we're able to capitalize, that's a testament to a lot of things, not just the passing and the scoring, but probably the screening, the spacing, rolling after you screen, things of that nature. And it's something that we
His name Florian?
definitely put in high priority.
Oh, I guess that was it. Oh, crap. I can't even get out of this because my stream deck isn't working. Let's go there. All right. So that was good. That was good. That was cool. Yeah. So good stuff there. So overall, it seems like Mitch Johnson is very aware of what they want. I'll be honest with you, though. The fact that the coaching staff will have to like continuously push Devin to be more aggressive. I think all of us know this already, right? But he's probably not a second guy, right? He's not a real two guy to Wemby. You're gonna have to get somebody else to be the two guy, and then Devin being a third will be insane. That is a championship team for you right there. But yeah, I also think a big part of this as well is when DeJounte Murray left. Devin took on a different role in which he had to, distribute the ball a little bit more. He was no longer just a catch and shoot threat, really. He had to do a lot of different things, so that's part of it as well. But he's always been like this, where he could be a little passive or disappear during games. So I just don't think that he's a legitimate second guy, like a Robin. But he's a crazy third. If he's the third best player, offensive player on your team, you're in good shape. Bro, Def should be our third, fourth best player. He will be third, fourth best on a championship team. Yeah, like third, fourth. That's insane. If fourth, if he's your fourth best offensive, yeah, that's championship. That's championship. Steph has the attitude of being a number two guy. Steph Castle? Oh, for sure. Castle is not afraid to be aggressive. I guess it's just a matter of, he has a high ceiling, but it's just a matter of how good he actually gets as far as outside shooting. But I think the Spurs will get their two guy in this upcoming draft, and then we'll be good. Did you see that 2-minute sequence? Which one? From Batman to Alfred. Castle just needs to pick a spot and learn his shot. He'll be all right. You know the one. I have to recall the third quarter, the one in the third, end of the third. Hold on, let's go to play by play. I get my quarters mixed up. Is this the is it the end of the third? the last 2 minutes. Challenge overturned. Wemby blocks. Ben, defense rebound. Jeremy dunks. Julian Champagny 3. Yeah, this was insane. Is this the one? Yeah, I mean, I brought up earlier how people said that Jeremy Sochan doesn't he doesn't give alley-oops. Like, what? Like last year. Oh, the block sequence? I don't know why my brain's going blank here. Whatever it was very impressive. The Spurs were spanking them all game long. I mean, they did not take their foot off the throttle. That was ridiculous, dude. They did not take their foot off the gas. I said the throttle. The gas the entire time. Oh, man. Low-key, this music makes me sleepy. Well, that's good, man. Go to sleep. All right. Ending segment.